Everyone, welcome back to GoKickMe, your favorite crowdfunding news and reviews channel here on YouTube. So today we have an Indiegogo project now in demand. It's called REBO Smart Bottle, Clean the Planet as You Drink, measures water intake and plastic savings, funds the collection of one bottle for every bottle drunk, of one plastic bottle that has been thrown away for every bottle that you drink from this reusable flask, is what it should say. Anyway, they're from Geneva, apparently. This is their first campaign. They have collected 1.4 million Hong Kong, which is about 170,000 euros, which is well past their 15,000 euro goal. That's about 200,000 US, I think, give or take. And so it's in demand, meaning that the fundraising got about 120, and now they're continuing to pre-sell it on through Indiegogo. And keep in mind that this thing will not ship until May 2020, which is now 3 months from now, give or take, which means it's actually going to be more. They only are at the prototype stage, according to this. They aren't even at production yet and definitely not shipping. So, especially given coronavirus, this is going to take a while. This thing's supposed to be made in China. This is going to take a while. If you buy it now at the secret price of 90 US, you may not get it anytime soon. So anyway, where to begin? The secret one. Oh, the secret one is the Christmas one. The not secret one is this, which is, I guess, the $60 one. But there's only 5 left, supposedly. But apparently this number keeps increasing, so it doesn't actually finish. Anyway, so where to begin? What do I think of the concept of recycling plastic? Obviously, I support that. I support the idea of reusable bottles. Of course, I support the concept of not throwing away garbage, but recycling it, or at least disposing of it properly, not dumping it in the water and then showing up in the Great Pacific plastic garbage patch or whatever. But what do I think of this? How does this work? So apparently they put a Bluetooth transmitter of some sort and some sort of laser that measures. I could show the video, but I think I'll skip it. Here's the video. It measures the water with a laser, and then it tells their app through Bluetooth how much water you drank, and then that will upload it into the cloud. And using blockchain, it'll tell somebody somewhere how many plastic bottles they need to pick up based on how much you drank, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, what do I think of that? I think it's pretty silly, actually. First of all, putting a Bluetooth something on a plastic bottle for the sake of tracking your hydration and or doing something that they should be wanting to do anyway just seems really silly to me. Yeah. So basically what they're doing is they're taking the money that you're paying them, and in this case they actually admit it in the comments and stuff, is they're working with some charity that picks up plastic, and they're telling those guys, hey, you got to pick up 100,000 bottles this month or something. And I don't know if that's, how much of that is paid for by your purchase price, or how much is sponsored, or how much is through some partnership with this charity. It's called the Plastic Bank or the Plastic Foundation or something like that. It's listed in there if you want to read it. Why don't they just give that money anyway, no matter how many bottles I drink, right? So in this case, the less bottles I drink, the less money they have to pay, the more incentivized they are to hoard the money and undercount my thing, right? For this for-profit company, they actually ask in the FAQ, are you guys a charity, or what is it? Is it a profit company? And they don't actually say we're a non-profit, but they say, look, we all do this and we want to be a certified B Corp, whatever that is. But part of our profits will go to making a positive impact. How much? 25%, 50%, 10%, 5%? How much is a portion, or a part in this case? Yeah, so I don't like that. The bottles made in China, good luck with coronavirus now. No way this thing is coming by May. I'll tell you that much, especially if it's not done, which apparently it's not. The app how good do you think that's going to be, right? Yeah, I'm kind of negative, but I think it's justified. Like this prototype looks super phony, by the way. They don't show like a working prototype as near as I can tell anywhere. Let's see if it's in here somewhere. Did I miss it? Is the app even working? Okay, so they raised, yeah, like 200,000 US. And I also want to put this in context too. They only sold like 1,800 bottles, right? Which is good, but that's not a lot. I mean, at $50 to $100 a pop, okay, that's pretty good, right? $200,000. But you got to develop an app. You got to actually develop the hardware. You got to test it. You've got to get all these bottles made. The bottle production actually probably at that volume, probably costs like, let's say they have to make 5,000 pieces. It'll cost them $2, $3 maybe. Let's say generously $5 each. So they're still making like $50 plus a bottle. But still, they only sold maybe 2,000. Maybe people bought a lot more bottles and bulk packs. But still, like, yeah, you still have to order 5,000 at 5,000. So that's like $2,500 right there. So, okay, that, you got to pay the developer to make the app. Who knows how much, 20,000, 50,000. You got to support it every month. You're going to have a burn rate on that. Anyway, I don't want to get too negative, but I don't even think this is enough money to bring this thing really to market. Keep in mind, you also have to ship. You have to do all this other stuff. So the fact that they don't show much beyond this, like, is that a working prototype? Do they have a video showing it working? Because that looks pretty fake to me, right? It looks like some demo thing. Do I need an app to keep me hydrated? No, I don't. Do I need a light up bottle cap to remind me to drink? No, I don't. I'd much rather have my phone notify me than waste money on this, right? So I don't believe that this is going to really come out on time for sure. Come out at all, possibly. Really make a big difference? Definitely not. And yeah, beyond this, well, they've got these two guys. That's the guy in the video, by the way. Okay, so they have something that lights up. Where's the video of the working prototype? So anyway, yeah, you can see I've got lots of issues with this. Aside from the fact that, as always, like, I think putting Bluetooth anything on common household items and connecting to the internet and all that stuff is kind of stupid. I'll bring up Smalt. You guys remember Smalt? Smalt was the smart salt shaker. Where's Smalt? Let me look up Smalt. This, I thought it was a parody, but apparently it's not. Is it a real thing? Can you actually buy it, or is it just the website? This was like a classic case of the stupidest crowdfunding item ever. Apparently the website is not loading. So they took a salt shaker and they put Bluetooth in it, and they made it into like a smart salt shaker Bluetooth speaker / table ornament that lights up and changes color. It's not even playing. So their website, oh, there it is, actually still does work. Okay, stop. So yeah, the first interactive centerpiece / salt shaker. Bring the flavor, light up the room, pump up the volume. So it's really like an Alexa, or whatever, that also serves salt. Serves salt. But yeah, like it. I mean, even looks like a Google Home or something, right? But I think this one, yeah, you can still pre-order it now. It's coming out like the 17th of Never, because this thing is already a couple of years old. But someone's keeping the website on just in case people want to keep buying it. So where does this go? Does this go to Indiegogo? Almost done. What year was that? Almost done. I think the almost done page is also broken. So anyway, Smalt is an example of like something completely useless, right? And I would say that the REBO is really up there. And again, I take issue with like they're going to build into that price, into that $60, like they're going to figure, okay, how many times can a guy actually consume, how many bottles is he going to drink, how many, like, dudes in Thailand are we going to have to, or Indonesia, Philippines, wherever it is, are we going to pay to go pick up how many bottles over the lifetime of this product, right? Before we decide to, like, magically go out of business. If it's like 4 times a day, if you really drank that much water in a day, um, yeah, then that thing can last for years. They're going to have to pick up like 5,000 bottles or something, right? Hypothetically, right? 5,000 bottles per bottle, which if they've sold, let's say 2,000 bottles, now you're talking like 100,000 bottles. Actually, first of all, how much do you have to pay a guy to pick up stuff on the beach? I'm sure he makes like a penny per bottle or something like that. Like, not a lot. So actually, they're only committing a few $1,000s. Maybe at most. So why don't they just take that money and like not wait till you actually drink all that water, but just right up front say, okay, we've made so much money off this, we're going to give 10% of all our profits. Here's $20,000. Go pick up as many bottles as possible, as much plastic as possible with that. Just do that out of the goodness of their heart. Why do they have to make you work for it? The second thing that doesn't really work with this is, as I think I've mentioned, they want you to drink as little as possible, so they have to pay as little as possible. But likewise, you're incentivized to cheat as well, because you're like, man, all I got to do is like fill this up with water, dump it out, fill it up again, dump it out, fill it up again. Like if I just do that for an hour, I've just saved 100 bottles, right? I've just cleaned up half of the Philippines. Or let me figure out how to take that cap off and just like put it next to a running tap, and within an hour they'll think I drank Niagara Falls or whatever, right? So anyway, I digress. I'm really being a dead horse. I'm over 10 minutes now. Anyway, so this video will monetize better. Long story short, I'm going to drink from this plastic bottle, which I will recycle, or I'll at least put it in the recycle bin. This is, if you haven't seen it before, this is a Coca-Cola strawberry from Japan. I brought it from Japan. It's actually, I'm in Hong Kong, but I brought it back with me from Japan last week. Smells like strawberry, tastes like strawberry. Actually not very good, but I got it. It's novel. That's how much I think REBO is a stupid idea. If you're the guy from REBO, do the right thing. Just give the money to pick up the plastic. I think the other thing is, like, if I'm in Switzerland and they're picking up plastic in the Philippines, yes, that's good for the ocean globally. It's good for the planet. But that doesn't really help me where I am in my, like, meanwhile, people in China are dumping millions of tons of plastic into the ocean there, and I'm paying to clean that up nearby, right? But I guess cost effectiveness wise, it's way cheaper to pay a guy in Indonesia than to pay some guy in Scandinavia or wherever to pick up plastic. And obviously there's less plastic in different parts of the world. But anyway, another thing while I'm on it is in the FAQ, they're like, well, what happens? Is this recyclable, right? What about the cap and the sensor? Is that recyclable? Is this recyclable? And they say, if you send it back to us, we'll take care of it by giving it a second life. Like, what does that mean? Are they going to recycle it, or are they going to like resell it to somebody else? Are they going to sell like slightly used plastic bottles? And they will dispose of it, or they'll take care of it. What does that mean? Are they just going to throw it away? Are they going to actually recycle it? Are they going to put that sensor into someone else's bottle? Who knows what? But the idea that like I'm paying to buy it for it to be, let's say I live in North America. You guys live in Switzerland. You're going to pay a dude in China to make it, then probably send it directly to me in North America. So it's crossing the Pacific Ocean once. Then 5 years from now, I decide I want to recycle it, and then I send it to you, and it goes all the way to Switzerland, and then now you take it from Switzerland, and you send it to get recycled in India or wherever they're going to do it. So literally this bottle will have gone around the world at least once, if not more, depending on where everybody lives. and where it ends up getting recycled and stuff. Think of the carbon offset from that, right? Like, I would have been better if I took it and buried it underground so that it doesn't, from a life cycle assessment, it at least doesn't have to move and create new carbon in order to get from point A to point B to point C to point D when it's, whatever, being reclaimed. So is it carbon neutral? Not if you try to recycle it. It's not if you let them recycle it. Almost definitely not. Unless you use it for a really, really long time. Or they can totally recycle it without wasting more carbon. I don't know. Anyway, I was going to stop 3 minutes ago. I didn't stop. Okay, that's it for today. See you guys next time. Leave a comment. I'm actually trying to update more, but I'm just so busy with work and everything. And now coronavirus. I'll try to get to you guys as much as possible. Keep leaving comments. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Keep in mind, I am reviewing the crowdfunding pitch, not the product itself, because the product itself does not exist. But I should have said that at the beginning. Anyway, okay, bye.